That scene in the bathtub is one take. We only shot it once because I didn't dry my clothes off, we just realized. So that's the first and only take of that. And I think, I actually was just trying to remember if we knew I was going to go in or not. We did not know I was going to go in.
We didn't rehearse it at all.
Yeah, so that happened. And then when something like that happens, you're like, we can stop filming.
Because every scene is one angle, the actors are sharing the screen together, which means you can surprise each other. We usually shoot the rehearsal, we don't rehearse. So you show up really, not knowing what the other's going to do. And Peter and I never talked about a scene really that intently before we shot it.
We never spoke at all.
We never spoke. We kept it on the camera. And for Sylvia, I really felt like, even the way it was written, she's baiting him with all these questions. It was like a cat playing with a mouse, What do you remember? Do you remember, oh, you went to that school? I went to that school. Do you know what I mean? She's kind of leading him to the massacre in her mind, what she thinks she's going to get. And I feel like she's showing up for that scene, like, now's my moment. After all these years, I'm finally going to get some kind of acknowledgement, and I'm going to defeat someone. I'm tired of being a victim. I am now going to hurt someone. And playing the scene with Peter, it's written, we played it just as it was written. But he delivered everything so sweet and open, and it was never this attitude of, you're wrong. It was just like confused, and I'm saying, I don't remember that. And I remember it just disarming me and feeling so frustrated. And then I felt again defeated in an amazing way, I think, for Sylvia, to leave him and then come back. It's the beautiful thing of working with an actor like Peter, where you really never know where it's going to go, and also with a filmmaker who trusts that he wants the actors to take it to a place that he never also perhaps imagined it could go.
Yeah. It's funny, that scene on the log, Michelle showed me an early cut of the movie. And I actually was watching it with my wife. We were sitting there watching it, and she was like, all you need is the scene on the log. That scene on the log's amazing. One of the reasons is because he's just trusted his actors so much. I mean, you don't understand if you don't do it all the time. People give themselves outs. They shoot coverage so they can cut the scene down, and he just leaves it so open. And yeah, I'm sure it was different than what you wrote, and than what you imagined when you wrote it.
Yeah, it's never. I try to divorce myself from what I imagine. I try to know what I need in terms of emotionally and cinematically, but that doesn't mean there are 10 ways to reach that, and they will show me those ways.
I always joke, because I've worked with Michel twice now, that I'm protecting the screenwriter from the director. Because he writes something incredible, but then we show up on set, and as the director, he's like, I don't like it, let's do something else. And you're like, wait, no, let's do both.